So I saw a lot of people were using the pencil tool. It's important to get comfortable with the pen tool because you'll get more precision once you're comfortable with it. Um, and then, you're learning the editing tools like the anchor point tool and direct selection. However, a lot of people go with the pencil tool because it's more, natural. We've always drawn with a pencil. The issue with that is getting a good, clean fill. So, for instance, if I was drawing the portrait, right, and I'm like, okay, there's bangs, and then just do some wiggly hair. So, one issue is, okay, well, it looks like that's not closed. So, even if I do this, let's see what happens. So, even if I move these points, let's see how this fills. So, let me grab my color panel. And grab my hair. Let me get purple. Okay, so what's going on here? Well, these aren't closed shapes, and first of all, let me just reorder them so we can see what's happening. So these are not closed forms. The hair looks okay because essentially it's not closed, but this is connecting. It's trying to fill it the best it knows how. Let me go ahead and increase the size of the stroke here so we can see a little bit better. Okay. So basically what happens when you have an unclosed shape is it's just going to make a straight line from the beginning to the end. So what do we do to fix this problem? Well, you can, right, with the pencil, make sure that you're editing selected paths, right, within a certain amount. So we can add to these. You can also use the pen tool. So I'm just going to add to that. And that's going to close it up. And then let me look at the hair. So the hair is an interesting problem. Let's shift select both of these. I don't think that they will connect, but we can try it. Yep, there we go. And let's select it again. And then let's double check that we do have one big path, and we do. So we can turn that on. Now, if, let's fill it again. We can switch it around, and then we can move our points around as we need to. But you're saying, okay, yeah, but that's not the line work I wanted. All right, fair enough. So let's go back to here. And let's say, okay, well, we wanted this line work. Let's go back all the way. So we want to keep this look. We like the lines. So what we're gonna do is take the fill out. And so these will be my line layer. And I'm going to duplicate this, bring it down here, and do my fill. So fill and line. Okay, so my fills, I'm going to close this up. Now I'm going to put this behind the hair, so if it's not perfect, it's okay, as long as it overlaps. And then we have the hair, so we need to close this up. And so we do want to get a pretty good line there, that, and let's just double check that it closed up correctly. It did not, or it did, no, it did, okay. So what we'll do is, I don't need the bang line anymore because I already have one on the other layer. And so I will do the skin, and then do the, let me turn this off so I can see better, and then fill that. Oop. Oh, I filled the wrong one. That's what it is. So yeah, sometimes it's good to turn off things when you don't need them so you don't accidentally select them, especially when you have duplicates. Okay, so let's look at what we've got now. Alright, so I've got my line layer, and then on the fill layer, I'm going to select both of these, and I'm going to say no line. So now I've just got fills and lines, and then if I put them together, that's what we get. Now, I can adjust the fills. So actually, that's the hair that's the issue. And bring that over. Fix that. Tuck that in. Like that. So you can do your line work separate, like if you don't, if you want it to be separated, or you can close up your lines. The other thing is, and I do see a gap there, which I don't like. The other thing is the width tool, to make everything look a little more interesting. So I'm going to bring that together at the end and widen it over here. I'm going to play with the width at different points, and it's going to make it look more hand-drawn and interesting. The other thing is the caps, and so let's round cap that so that way it doesn't look so sharp. And then I will need to adjust this so that it tucks up under. So you can keep your lines separate, or you can close your line work. It's up to you. But again, you need to, when you're filling with color, use closed shapes. But you can always add detail lines like this one on top, right? You wouldn't draw it, because a lot of people would naturally draw this shape and then they would go whoop and then come over, but you actually want to draw this and then draw your detail line. So like for instance, once I've drawn the hair like this, I can add a line. Oh, it's kind of lame looking. I can add a line and then add a profile, right? And now I've got this detail coming in. So you can add details on top as well, but think about closing your shapes for color.